Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Friday. I believe it's the 3rd or 4th of January. We're getting there. I think it's 3rd. So as you guys, well, you may have not seen, but you're getting ready to be seeing here. We're working on cab corners. We went to National Parts Depot yesterday. Just a quick little recap here. We picked up a bunch of parts, cab corners, one of the floor panels, the latch or the hood hinge plate on this side, on the driver's side. Things we were missing, cab mounts, lower cab mounts in the front, inner cab corners, all of that, right? So where we're at, so we're all on the same page. I know it looks like the cab corner's done. It's not done. It's coming back off, okay? So what we did is we drilled out the pop rivets and removed the original patches that they put on the cab corners, okay? Got those off, got all that nastiness and rot and everything else out. Then got up in there, realized there was a bunch of fiberglass, like matte, right? Like they had tried to fiberglass the backside of it. Got a lot of that out. There's still a lot of that in there. But basically from here across and down is getting cut off, okay? Could be today, could be tomorrow, I'm not sure. But that's a thing. So most of that will get cut off. And the inner cab corner that we bought will replace all of those pieces that are missing inside. So feeling really good about that. And we have these pieces for both sides. So looking good there. Now Big Ron's out with my mom and grandma running around. So while they're gone, it's a perfect opportunity to get all the brown off, get all the paint off of this thing, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire up the Bauer surface conditioning tool, put a new drum on it, or a drum on it, and I'm going to just start going after this. Most of this should come right off real fast. That's the beauty of the Bauer. Like this stuff here, all of this, almost immediate, right? Now, where it gets a little tricky is like down here, as you guys remember, was all Bondo. It was all body filler. And it was about that thick, and that's not an exaggeration. So it took a minute to kind of grind through all that shit. But needless to say, it worked out really good. So I'm going to do that, and really just in preparation to repair the back of this cab, because we have these, right? But we do not have this, where it goes across here in between the two cab corners. We're going to have to fix that. And I need good clean metal and all the junk and everything on there off so that I can do that, right? So that is something that'll be coming here probably this weekend or next week, I would imagine. Probably next week. Because what we're going to do, so you guys understand the plan, we're going to get this cab corner on, get this rocker on, driver's side, and then we're going to move to the front and do all the driver's side stuff, the floor, all of that on the driver's side. Get the driver's side done, okay? That's going to take some time. There's a lot of intricate cutting and measuring and figuring to make sure we don't screw this up. Because at the end of the day, the cab still has to mount back up. Cab mounts are critical. Got to get those right. There's just a lot of cleaning under here. Like, you can't see it right now, but behind here, right here, okay, there's a bracket that will get welded to the back side of the rocker, right? Well, that bracket looks like that frame. It's just terrible. At some point, we need to pull the rocker back off, and it's just set in there, but we need to pull that rocker back off, and I need to go in there and clean that up, right? And get all that junk off of there, get it primed. With weldable primer and everything, get it ready, right? And at some point, the bottom side of this truck will be painted, and all of that stuff will get painted, but I don't want to put a rusty, nasty bracket on a brand new rocker You know what I mean? Just doesn't make sense. So, gonna do what I can. And you know, the next piece of this, once I get all this paint off of here, is gonna be getting under the truck and getting it off the floor so that we have a good surface to weld to. Now the good news is a lot of it's going to get cut out, but I still got to get all that undercoat off, the mud daubers, nests, you know, we haven't done anything on the bottom of the truck, not really. So it's going to be a nasty ass mess. That's probably the worst part of this truck is on the bottom here. So the hope though, so we're all on the same page, is at some point, once we get the rockers and all this in, is to set this cab off and on its back, okay? So that we're staring at the bottom of the truck and get as much of that and finish that up and get it primed and body worked and everything. And so that we're looking really good to move forward. My hope is by the end of this month to have this cab completely patched up, body worked, and primed. At least in one of the stages of prime, right? Because we're gonna prime it multiple times, but we'd at least like to get it to there. I'd like to get the epoxy on it and then get that sanded down and then move into the heavy build, U-pull, high build. Can do them white, I think. The primers anyway. So that's what we got, guys. I'm gonna stop talking and start working. I'm gonna set you up here on the tripod, checking this out so you can see me take this off. It's almost like a, what do they call that, an ASMR or whatever. It's almost therapeutic to watch all this bad paint come off and then come back to new. It's kind of, you know, if you like patina, you might cry. But if you like bare metal and just, you know, all the other, it's pretty therapeutic. So I'm gonna get on it, guys. I'll be back. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. It is 2:57, so it's about 3 o'clock on Friday, January 3rd. So this morning, I went ahead and got as far as I could with the drum that I had on the bower. This was actually a delicate dance here. I had to sit there and basically hold it sideways and do that whole way across it, but we got it. Now, you guys see that area there. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, we got all this, we're bare metal to there. Very happy with that. Now remember, this is going to be probably this coming week, not any time in the next couple days, right? So we're going to stick to the driver's side, but what I am trying to do is get the patina off of it and the surface rust and all of that as much as possible. So I still got to do this. I still got to do this. I got a little, one to do here. And really, if I have a good drum, it'll look like that in the corners. But when the drum starts getting down to nothing, I can't get it in here. So I switched out over here. So we're back to that now. This is what they look like when they're dead, right? So for comparison's sake, see the difference? So just a matter of using what we got. So looking good so far. Big Ron, I had to take Megan to work, but Big Ron took over after me, and that kind of worked out good because this is a nasty job. If you guys are gonna do the bower doing paint removal, you need to have, a respirator on, wear eye protection because it throws shit everywhere. Not just what you're taking off, but the actual drum itself, it'll flake off and things as you wear it down. But the other piece of this is it makes a mess, right? I mean, it just makes a mess. So you need to be able to vent this stuff out at some level, or only work in the area for short amount of time, right? What we have is we have that side door open. You can barely see it through the hole over there, but there's a door there on the back side of that board. And both of these fans were running when I was doing this, blowing, sucking and blowing out the door. All the fumes and dust and everything else. So, something just keep in mind. Just stay safe, guys. So, Big Ron has started cutting out, he cut out the cab corner. Show you that here. I can get to it. So here's what came out. Okay. Here's what that looked like on the back side. Just not great, right? So that came out. Matter of fact, we'll just set that there. Now, we're looking at this, right? So what's going to happen here is this piece is going to replace all of this. Okay? So all this rotten nastiness is going to come out of here. And then the new one's going to go in, and we should be good to go then. Now we'll still have some stuff from about here that way. We'll get there. But that's where we're at. I got Ron inside. We're from Cincinnati, Ohio, Northern Kentucky, so I don't know if you guys have ever heard of cheese conies. Skyline Chili, Gold Star, Dixie Chili. We have a Skyline in Clearwater, and my wife was working in Clearwater today, so I went down there. I drove right past it, and I was like, I'm picking up some conies. So I brought them home. It's a real treat for us. It reminds us of home. So, yeah, this is what we got here. Ron's drilling out the pop rivets and all the different spot welds and stuff. And then this will come out. So, hopefully soon, this will be out. And then we'll probably take this bracket out and put the new one on as well. I'd imagine that will be one of the next things to happen, just to hold everything in place while we're here, right? So, anywho's guys, stay tuned. This is what we're doing here. Thanks for watching, and I'll bring it back. I'll I'll be here from this point forward, so if he does cut this out and everything, if it comes out, I'll get it all on video and you guys will see it. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. She's so pretty. Here's what we got, guys. This is what we took out. This is the inner cab mount. Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. It's I think it's like 6 o'clock, almost 6 o'clock. You can see by my face it's been a very dirty day. So a whole lot of progress has been made. As you guys saw so far throughout the video, we did get the inner cab corner out, removed, as well as the outer cab corner. The last 2 hours I've been laying under the car with a scraper, scraping off undercoating, so that tomorrow we can go ahead and get in here and pour. When I say pour, I mean use Pour 15, which is a rust-preventative coating, kind of like a paint, gloss black. All of this bracketry and flooring and things that I'm never going to get to once I put that inner cab corner in. It's just going to disappear in there. And I want to make sure that that's protected from this point forward. And everything from here, pretty much to here, right, in this area. So, we're going to do that and take care of all that. Surface rust and stuff, most of it's been scraped off and ready for the pours. And if you've never used Pour 15, it's really good stuff. But it depends on what you use it on, right? It is perfect for rusty surfaces that you take a light, like a Scotch-Brite pad or something to. Get all the flaky stuff off, get it smooth, down to where it's going to be whatever it is. It can still have rust. And then you paint it on over. Now if you paint this stuff on, guys, wear gloves and goggles, because especially if you're doing it over your head. If you get this on your skin, lacquer thinner does not take it off. You have to, your skin like has to wear off. Right? I mean, you get spots, right? You look like a cheetah. So that's what we're going to be doing here tomorrow. So let me walk you around the car, the truck, and show you what we got done. And then we'll talk about what we're going to do tomorrow.
and so on and so forth. But so far, we're in a pretty good place. And the good news is we're really getting the nasty stuff off of this truck at this point, right? All of the undercoating, the flaky rust, the patina paint and primers from God knows what year, the body filler from 30 years ago or 40 years ago, maybe even more. You know, that's some hardcore stuff, especially back then, that, you know, we needed to get off the truck and kind of move past so that we could actually safely work on this, really, you know, and actually get anything done. So let me show you what we got here. Okay, guys, so this is your cab corner that's missing, driver's side. This is that structure that I've been scraping up on under here. All of this up in there, trying to clean it up. Now, it looks like this on a lot of it. Just disgusting, right? Well, a lot of that's coming off. And so tomorrow what we'll do is all of this, we'll get this stuff off, and then we'll go through here and we will paint this all gloss black. And it dries really quick. So within an hour or two, we'll be able to come back in here and start putting this inner cab corner on. And once that's in, then we really can start focusing on the outer cab corner, which is the exciting part. So really happy about that. Now here, you can probably see it. It dips in here. There's some dips, okay? So tomorrow, Ron's going to hammer and dolly this out, okay? Because now's the absolute perfect time. You have room to get there with a hammer and dolly. So this will get straightened up tomorrow. I'll bring you guys that so you can see that being done. You know, as of right now, the truck, let me get the light down. You know, this is what we've got going on here. We got a little rust here, which we'll take care of. But, you know, otherwise, I got to clean this up tomorrow. This bracket, I'm going to hit it too. And I'm not worried about the frame. I'm just worried about the bottom of the floor and this bracketry right now. Really the bracketry and all of the stuff that goes over here. And getting that ready to go. So that happened. The other thing that happened here is I managed to get most of the paint off the back of the truck. It's got a red hue to it because it needs to be blown down. But we did manage to get a lot of this off. I just have this left. I did get this to here, about as far as I could go with what I had. I still need to pull the door handles, and I need to get up and around, and I need to roll this window down so that I can get into here. Now, something else that happened. Big Ron, let's see if I can get this off. Remove this, so now we got a pretty good idea there. Down in here. So tomorrow I'm going to clean all this out and I'm going to pour down in the hole as far as I possibly can to try to extend the life of this truck in this front. But not terrible. Just got to clean all these things up, you know. And sometimes that's a real pain, you know. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but we are getting there. We are happy with where we're at. Today's Friday. Saturday we'll be doing this. My uncle Rick is coming in from Alaska. For those of you that don't know Uncle Rick, he's my dad's older brother. He lives in Seward, Alaska, of all places. And used to live in Covington, Kentucky. Fireman for years, retired, moved up there. Now he runs an outrigging shop where they... basically what they do is they do the deep sea fishing, the kayaking, the glacier tours, helicopter tours, that kind of thing, in Seward, Alaska, which is right in Resurrection Bay, which is where all the cruise ships come in. So his place is called Adventure 60 North. So if you've ever been up there or you're going to go to Alaska to Seward, go see my Uncle Rick. Tell him Adam sent you.
He's a good guy. I might even get him on the channel tomorrow, see what happens. They're coming down here for vacay, and that's not going to slow us down much. I'm going to keep working. Ron might be out running around with him a little bit, but I'm going to keep working, and God knows there's enough to do, and we'll just keep moving on this truck here. So hope you guys are having a great Friday night. Please be safe, and we'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early to keep on going here. Thanks for watching Brown's Rod and Custom. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.